What is up, everyone? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. I was just literally chilling with my boy. We were watching the new Guy Ritchie film with Statham and with Bugsy Malone when I got this message on Discord saying, Skratch, this might be your one chance in life. This is your one opportunity to get Yumeko, because guess what, guys? Tomorrow, we're actually gonna have the very first event for the new Prism Shards. So let's check it out. It's been posted in the news by Plarium. Now, we've seen that this new type of shard will kind of like bring in banner summons. Like if you've played different games, you've seen that they have banner summons, which kind of like either go in and pick a couple of factions, either go in and pick a couple of legendary champions, not necessarily designated to a specific faction, and you have a chance to only summon those particular champions with this type of shard. So basically, tomorrow, we're gonna have the Narazan Union. So it's my one chance, right? My one chance to get that Yumeko. There are a lot of legendary champions in here. That's the main thing. So I'm not sure how exactly it will work in terms of affinities. If the Void champions will be in the same pool with the rest, or we're gonna have a different type of Prism shard for it. But if we're gonna head over right here to the news, guys, basically, Narazan Summon Pool event. So for a limited time, starting tomorrow, Monday, July 17th, until Monday, July 24th, we're launching the first ever Summon Pool event. This first event will be dedicated to the Narazan Union champions. Now, if you guys remember the interview that I had with Cyrilla a few weeks ago, she mentioned that the very first improvement to the summon is coming pretty soon. So this is an improvement to the 10x events, guys, because those events are utterly rubbish. Now, I'm not gonna hold my breath and be like, that's it, this is the number one event. I'm not gonna put all my eggs into one basket, okay? Let me just quote that funny stuff. But I'm very curious to see how the event will play out. Hopefully, will be something much better than what we had before in the game with the 10x events and the rest, you know? So during this event, you can summon from a unique pool of champions. Each event will have its own unique pool that you can summon from. Champions of the same rarity have an equal chance of being summoned. So if you have 20 legendaries, you're gonna have an equal chance to summon each one of those 20 legendaries, but they're not mentioning anything about affinities, so I would assume it will be the same for all of them, maybe. Prism crystals are required to summon champions from the Prism Shards. When a summon pool event ends, any remaining Prism crystal will be used automatically and summoned champions will be sent to your inbox. If you do not have enough Prism crystals to summon a champion at the time of an event, you will be able to use these remaining Prism crystals in future summon pool events. Now, hold your thoughts right here. So, it's pretty straightforward, simple math. 1 equals 1, basically. So, right here, it says that if you don't have enough Prism crystals, you're not gonna be able to summon, then they're gonna be left for the future events. So how many Prism crystals we need to summon one champion? Like, what's the whole thing behind it? Why are they mentioning it like this? Because if you have one left, you're gonna have one chance to summon, so basically it will be automatically used and move the champion to your inbox. But by the way they're kind of like wording this, it means that one prism crystal is not the equivalent of one summon. Okay, let me just put it like that. So the rewarding period will last for a day, from 9 UTC Monday to July 24th until 9 UTC Tuesday, July 25th, during which you won't be able to access crystal offers, but you will be able to get prism crystals from other sources like the shop or other events, etc., and summon champions. So basically, you have a period where you're getting rewards, and that lasts for a day, basically, if I understand this right, and then you're not going to be able to access any other crystal offers, but you're still going to be able to get them directly from the shop or other events. So this is a bit confusing for whatever reason, because we don't really know how exactly they planned the whole thing, you know, like we don't know what to expect all around as an event with this, you know? So that's actually pretty confusing. Maybe it's just too early for me. I might need to drink a couple of more coffees in order to get the secret message from this thing right here. But let me know in the comments down below if it makes more sense for any of you guys out there. Also, to celebrate the start of this first ever summon pool event, we're giving everyone who is level 30 or above a special summon pool gift. It will be available for a week and contains as many as 30 Prism crystals. So this is kind of like a hint. Or above, a special summon pool gift. A special one. Then it contains as many as 30 Prism crystals. So does that mean that one summon equal 30 Prism crystals? That's kind of like what I'm kind of like getting from here, you know? And I do have high hopes for this event because it's been over 4 years. You know how it is. Trying to get champions during a 10x event is just painful, like extremely painful. Like you just want to break a leg and just feel bad about it like that, you know? Like you're gonna feel better by breaking a leg than opening shards on a 10x. So hopefully this will actually be much better. Now on top of it, we're actually gonna have a Deck of Fate event. Flip cards and get incredible rewards. A Deck of Fate event will be running from Monday, July 17th, all the way to Friday, July 21st. In this Deck of Fate event, you'll be tasked with earning Fate points by getting and upgrading artifacts. Use those Fate points to flip cards within the Deck of Fate. There are common, rare, epic cards. You kind of like know the story. So I'm curious if this will reward us with Prism crystals or not really. What exactly is the whole idea? Usually these events are super bad because you're gambling. Basically, you need to flip 3 cards of the same rarity back to back to kind of like get the prize. You know, this is literally the best example of a casino. Just think about going into to drop on the slots. You know, you're just constantly rolling the game, and you're just waiting to see 7 7 7 7 7 basically. If you're playing Sizzling, you know. But basically, that's how these events are. I've never really got anything too crazy out of them because it's so hard to hit 3 epics back to back unless you're very lucky. But you know how it is. You're doing some other things on the side, and as long as you're not prioritizing this event as your main thing for the day or for the week, you're just gonna do your normal stuff and cash in on a few points, flip 3, 4, 5 cards and get some extra freebies basically. So that's how we should see this event. It's not something that we need to complete because it's not related to a fusion. It's not related to something else that will give us a grand prize rather than whatever is included into the Deck of Fate. So I wouldn't stress it whatsoever. I don't really think it's something that we need to do in order to get it done. So the very first event will feature the Narazan Union. So we have the dwarves. We have 1-2 Void legendary champions in here. Then we have 1 legendary champion that can be 2 actually with Jingwon, 3 with Raiho. My bad, I got blinded for a second. And the Sylvan Watchers, which has Kleitna and Eilil. Definitely not very excited about this faction in terms of Void legendaries. But right here we have 8 legendary champions. Then how many we have here? We have 16, so we have 24 legendary champions. And right here we have 38 legendary champions in total. My god, we have so many legendary champions. So basically, you're gonna have a chance to summon, an equal chance to summon a legendary out of these 38. Hopefully I haven't miscalculated anything, but that's just, it's still crazy, right? Like 38 legendary champions. They're a lot, man. There are a lot of legendary champions, and if they're not doing something based on a Void affinity and the rest, your chances to get one of the Voids ones are so freaking small. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Are you interested in this sort of an event? Do you think it's an improvement over the 10x chances, reducing all the 500 of legendary champions to a small pool of 38, for example? Of course, it is a matter of how we can acquire these shards, how expensive are these shards, and what are the chances to summon legendaries from these shards? Is it going to be equal to a void or an ancient? Is it going to be equal to a sacred? Or they're going to have their own chance, which is going to be better than all of this? That was all for the video. Much love. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.